What if I told you there's a country in Europe where pristine beaches rival Greece at a fraction of the cost, where ancient castles perch on cliffs overlooking the bluest Mediterranean waters you've ever seen, and where traditional mountain villages exist exactly as they did 500 years ago, completely untouched by mass tourism? I've discovered 15 destinations across Albania that will make you question why everyone is fighting for space on overcrowded European beaches, when this paradise sits empty, waiting to be explored. From UNESCO World Heritage towns that look like living museums to underground lakes that glow like liquid sapphires, to mountains where eagles soar over valleys that time forgot. Over the next 10 minutes, I'll reveal Albania like the ancient Illyrians intended, as Europe's last undiscovered paradise, where Ottoman minarets meet Venetian bell towers, where communist history blends with Mediterranean dreams, and where every euro goes 10 times further than anywhere else in Europe. Get ready to discover Europe's best-kept secret. Number 15. Kasamal Islands, where 4 small islands sit in turquoise water so clear you can see the sandy bottom 10 meters down, creating Albania's answer to the Maldives, but without the price tag or the crowds. These islands are connected to the mainland by such shallow water you can literally walk to them during low tide, but the experience feels like discovering a secret paradise that somehow escaped the attention of European beach hunters. The water stays warm until November, the beaches remain uncrowded even in summer, and a full day of paradise costs less than a single cocktail in Mykonos. Number 14. Gjirokastër, the Stone City, where Ottoman houses with distinctive stone roofs cascade down a hillside like a frozen waterfall of traditional architecture. This UNESCO World Heritage city looks exactly as it did 400 years ago. The houses are built entirely of stone, with roofs that can withstand earthquakes and interiors that stay cool during summer heat. The castle overlooking the city contains a military museum, while the old bazaar sells traditional crafts using techniques passed down through generations. Walking these cobblestone streets feels like time travel to an era when craftsmanship and beauty were the same thing. Number 13. Blue Eye Spring, where an underground spring creates a pool so intensely blue it looks like a giant sapphire embedded in the forest floor, with water so pure locals believe it has healing properties. The spring is over 50 meters deep, but the water is so clear you can see ancient tree branches at the bottom that have been preserved for decades. The blue color comes from the depth and mineral content, creating an optical effect that seems almost supernatural. Swimming here feels like bathing in liquid sky while surrounded by pristine Albanian wilderness. Number 12. Butrint, where 500 years of continuous habitation created layers of Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and Venetian ruins in one archaeological site that tells the entire story of Mediterranean civilization. The site contains a Greek theater still used for performances, Roman baths with intact mosaics, and a Venetian tower overlooking wetlands where flamingos feed. Walking through Butrint feels like reading the history of Europe written in stone, where each civilization built upon the achievements of those who came before, creating a living textbook of ancient Mediterranean culture. Number 11. Valbona Valley, where pristine mountain wilderness offers hiking through landscapes so untouched they look like Europe before humans learned to reshape it, with peaks that rival the Alps but without a single chairlift or resort. The valley contains traditional villages where families still live in stone houses their great-grandfathers built, practicing subsistence, agriculture, and hospitality traditions that have remained unchanged for centuries. The hiking here connects you to wilderness that most of Europe lost decades ago, where wolves and bears still roam freely, and the night sky shows stars with intensity that urban Europeans have forgotten exists. Number 10. Permet, where natural hot springs flow directly into the Vjosa River, creating thermal pools where you can soak in mineral-rich water while surrounded by untouched Albanian countryside and mountain views that stretch to the horizon. The springs maintain temperatures between 25–30 degrees Celsius year-round, making them perfect for relaxation while the surrounding landscape changes with the seasons. Local tradition holds that these waters cure everything from arthritis to heartbreak, and soaking here while watching eagles soar over the Vjosa River feels like discovering a secret spa that nature built for those who seek authentic healing experiences. Number 9. Berat, the city of 1,000 windows, where Ottoman houses seem to climb up the hillside in perfect harmony, with windows that create patterns so beautiful they've earned UNESCO World Heritage status. The Castle District contains churches with Byzantine frescoes and mosques with Ottoman calligraphy, representing the religious tolerance that has characterized Albanian culture for centuries. The view from the castle shows the Osum River winding through the valley while traditional houses create a living museum of Ottoman urban planning. Number 8. Logara Pass, where a mountain road climbs to 1.0 meters before descending to the Albanian Riviera, offering views so spectacular that eagles use the thermal currents here for effortless soaring alongside your car windows. The pass connects the mountains to the sea in one of Europe's most dramatic drives, where you can experience snow at the summit and swim in the Mediterranean an hour later. Golden eagles and other raptors are so common here that the area is known as one of Europe's premier eagle-watching destinations, where these magnificent birds seem to welcome visitors to their aerial kingdom. Number 7. Shkodër, where Ottoman, Venetian, and Austrian influences created Albania's cultural capital, with architecture that tells the story of a city that has been a crossroads of civilizations for over 20 years. The city's pedestrian zone showcases traditional Albanian culture alongside Italian-influenced cafe culture, while Rozafa Castle overlooks Lake Shkodër, the largest lake in the Balkans. Shkodër's museums and galleries preserve Albanian art and traditions, while the surrounding countryside offers access to both mountains and wetlands that attract birdwatchers from across Europe. Number 6. Komani Lake Ferry Ride, where a 3-hour boat journey through artificial fjords created by hydroelectric dams reveals scenery so dramatic it's been called the Balkan's answer to Norway's fjords. The ferry winds between mountains that rise directly from the water, creating a landscape of dramatic reflections and hidden coves accessible only by boat. Local shepherds still graze their flocks on impossibly steep mountainsides, and traditional Albanian hospitality means fellow passengers often share homemade raki and stories that connect you to authentic Albanian culture. Number 5. Apollonia Archaeological Park, where ancient Greeks built a city so important that Aristotle sent his nephew here to study, and where Roman emperors, including Augustus, completed their education in philosophy and rhetoric. The site contains ruins of the ancient academy, a Roman theater, and Byzantine churches, all surrounded by olive groves that have produced oil continuously for over 20 years. Walking through Apollonia connects you to the roots of Western education and philosophy, where the foundations of European intellectual tradition were laid in a setting of timeless Mediterranean beauty. Number 4. Theth National Park, where a traditional mountain village preserves Albanian highland culture exactly as it existed for centuries, with stone houses, traditional costumes, and social customs that have remained unchanged since medieval times. The village operates according to the Kanun, a traditional code of honor that has governed Albanian mountain communities for over 600 years. Guest houses offer authentic Albanian hospitality, while hiking trails lead to waterfalls and peaks that provide views across the entire Balkan Peninsula. Staying in Theth feels like visiting a living museum of European mountain culture. Number 3. Durrës Ancient Amphitheater, where a Roman arena that once held 20 spectators sits in the middle of a modern city, with mosaics and underground passages preserved beneath buildings that were constructed over the ancient ruins. The amphitheater was rediscovered by accident in the 1960s when construction workers broke through into ancient chambers decorated with early Christian mosaics. Parts of the structure extend under modern buildings, creating a surreal experience where you can explore Roman engineering while hearing the sounds of contemporary Albanian life echoing overhead. Number 2. Kruge Historic Center, where Albania's national hero, Skanderbeg, resisted Ottoman invasion from a castle that still commands views over the entire central Albanian plain, while the old bazaar below preserves traditional crafts and trading methods unchanged for 500 years. The bazaar contains workshops where artisans create traditional Albanian crafts using techniques passed down through generations, while the Castle Museum tells the story of Skanderbeg's 25-year resistance against the Ottoman Empire. The views from the castle stretch from the Adriatic Sea to the inland mountains, showing the strategic importance of this fortress in Albanian history. And number 1, Himare, where pristine beaches meet traditional stone villages along Albania's Riviera, creating a coastal paradise that combines Greek architectural heritage with Albanian hospitality and Mediterranean waters that rival anywhere in Europe. The town maintains its Greek Orthodox traditions in architecture while offering beaches that remain largely undeveloped compared to similar locations in Greece or Italy. Traditional tavernas serve fresh seafood caught daily by local fishermen, while stone houses cascade down hillsides toward waters so clear you can see ancient amphora shards on the seabed. Himare represents Albania's promise as Europe's next great coastal destination. From beaches that rival the Greek islands to mountains that make the Alps look crowded, from ancient ruins that predate Rome to traditional villages that time forgot, Albania isn't just Europe's best-kept secret. It's proof that paradise still exists without the crowds, without the inflated prices, and without the tourist traps that have consumed the rest of the Mediterranean. What makes Albania absolutely extraordinary is how it offers everything that drew people to Greece, Italy, and Croatia decades ago, before mass tourism changed those destinations forever. Here, you can still discover empty beaches, eat in family restaurants where grandmother still cooks, and explore ancient sites where you might be the only visitor. This is Europe as it used to be, preserved in a country that's finally ready to share its secrets. Now I'm absolutely fascinated to know which of these 15 places made you want to pack your bags for Albania immediately. Was it those crystal clear beaches that cost nothing to enjoy? Or maybe that ancient spring that glows like a sapphire? Drop a comment below with the number of your favorite Albanian secret. If this video has opened your eyes to Europe's last undiscovered paradise, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of travelers who seek authentic experiences over Instagram opportunities, and Albania represents everything we believe travel should be. Speaking of hidden Balkan gems, next week we're exploring Montenegro to discover 15 places where dramatic mountains meet pristine coastline, where medieval towns cling to cliffsides, and where Europe's deepest canyon creates adventures that will redefine your understanding of dramatic scenery. Montenegro is going to absolutely amaze you. Until then, keep dreaming of undiscovered beaches and authentic culture. Keep seeking destinations that haven't been Instagramified, and I'll see you in the next incredible adventure. Miro Shim.